Captain's log, stardate 48751.2. The data we recently recovered from a Borg cube indicates that the Borg have established a foothold in Undine space. The Undines seem to make very little distinction between alien races, so it's quite possible that the Borg presence in their home is causing their aggressive behavior towards other powers in the Alpha Quadrant. We cannot afford a full-out war with the Undine. Their biotechnology surpasses even our most advanced technology. Therefore, the Hornet, along with several other starships, has been called to assemble for an expedition to remove the Borg presence from fluidic space. Our expedition will start at a system where the fabric of 2 dimensions are breaking down. This is our best shot at creating a stable quantum singularity. The expedition will be led by Admiral Tuvok aboard the USS Voyager. However, several Klingon vessels have also been called to assist. And after our recent war with them, I'm concerned that working alongside them will be difficult. However, I am looking forward to seeing relations between our 2 powers improve.
Welcome to the CUDA system. I am Admiral Tuvok of the USS Voyager. I will provide tactical assistance on this mission.
It's a privilege, Admiral. I studied exploits of Voyager at Starfleet Academy.
Thank you. Your meteoric rise through the ranks is well known to me as well.
Thank you.
Sensors indicate the division between normal and fluidic space is thinner here, making crossing much easier. The Undine have used this location in the past. We will use it now.
Understood, Admiral.
The majority of the fleet will remain here to protect this area. Our team will enter fluidic space, locate, and then survey the Borg presence there. If possible, we will destroy it. When you are ready, Voyager will open the singularity.
By all means, Admiral. There it is. Helm, set a course. There's Voyager down there. Helm, take us in.
We have made a successful transition into fluidic space. Unlike our own, this dimension is filled with an organic fluid. The main indigenous life form is species 8472. Sensors are detecting a Borg signature nearby. Your vessel will take the lead in the investigation. We will follow.
Acknowledged, Admiral. We will take point and find the source of the signal. Tyrell informs me that the ship is being affected by a wave-like current in fluidic space, which is causing our ship to move involuntarily. She wishes she had more time to study this phenomenon. As do I, however. The business we actually have here is much more important. Full impulse. Tyrell says that it's some kind of Borg device. She recommends we approach and get a closer scan. Agreed. Helm, take us in. Apparently scans indicate that this is an interplexing beacon. Tyrell theorizes that the Borg must not be able to transmit their subspace frequencies as easily through the organic fluid that comprises fluidic space. These relays are boosting the signal to allow communication with the collective in normal space. Tyrell says that this means we should be able to follow these beacons to the Borg foothold here. Understood, Helm? Follow our breadcrumb trail. There's the next one off the starboard bow. Terrell, take another scan. Apparently, there appear to be a total of 5 interplexing beacons in this sequence. The next one is just ahead. Understood. Helm? By all means. Apparently, this beacon appears to be picking up a subspace transmission from within fluidic space, with a Starfleet signature. Tyrell recommends we investigate. It could be a ship in distress. Agreed, although God knows how they got here. Helm, set an intercept course on the signal.
We've been examining the data on the interplexing beacons, and we believe we may have discovered a vulnerability in the Borg subspace carrier wave technology. If it's acceptable to you, I would like the Venture to remain here and run some tests while you investigate the signal. We may not get another opportunity.
This is an interesting experience, having a captain ask me for permission to research something. This is acceptable, Captain. We will investigate the signal while the Venture remains here. Perhaps Starfleet sent in scout ships before we arrived here. If so, I wasn't notified. Oh, good God, what is that?
This landmass is unique in fluidic space. It is not a planet by Starfleet definitions. If I had to categorize it, I would say it is similar to the coral reefs found in Earth's oceans. The ground itself is a framework for living creatures.
As fascinating as that is, Admiral, Sensors just picked up a graveyard of ships.
Fascinating. We are detecting a number of ships in the area. Starfleet, Klingon Defense Force, Romulan Republic, even Ferengi and Cardassian. Most species from the Alpha and Beta quadrants appear to be represented.
Tyrell, scan the nearest vessel. Tyrell reports that these ships have identical configurations to ships found in the Alpha and Beta quadrants. However, they cannot have been constructed there. She's detecting alloys that are not used in standard ship construction. Tyrell, run a metallurgical analysis. Tyrell reports that the alloys correspond to technology found on Iconia and in recovered Iconian technology. What the hell? Why the hell would the Iconians mimic our ships? I intend to find out. Tyrell's also detecting some kind of gateway opening and a huge fleet coming through. Shields up on screen. Those must be more Iconian replicas. And the Undine are firing on them. The Undine are destroying them. What on earth? Tyrell reports that we're picking up an incoming distress call from USS Venture on screen.
Captain Simmons to Voyager. The Borg are here. We're taking heavy fire and need immediate assistance.
Helm, set a course for the Venture, maximum speed. Damn. We're not detecting the Venture on scanners. Hopefully they're being masked by something. If not, then they may have been destroyed. Their signal is coming from somewhere over here. Sensors are detecting a squad of escape pods, oh good God. No sign of the Borg, though. Tyrell, beam those escape pods aboard. Apparently Dr. Cooper was in an escape pod. He must have been aboard the Venture. And apparently he wants to speak to me from the transporter room. Patch him through.
I never should have come on this mission. I'm a scientist, not an explorer. Take me out of this awful place right now!
1 second, Doctor. Talk to me. Tell me exactly what happened.
The Borg attacked and we had to abandon ship. We were floating here, waiting, and then... Undine! They came out of nowhere, tore through us like tissue paper. We shouldn't have invaded their space. They're so strong, we're weak. Please take me out of here.
Okay, calm down, Doctor. You're overreacting a bit. What happened to Captain Simmons? She's not in the escape pods.
I don't know. It all happened so fast. She insisted on being the last one to leave the ship. I don't even know if she made it out alive. Now, can we leave?
I apologize, Doctor, but we do have a mission to complete. Damn. Well, we lost the Venture. Tavral reports that she has the coordinates for the final beacon. This beacon is handling a significant amount of traffic, apparently. The last beacon should give us the information we need. Helm, set a course. What's that just ahead? Oh, good God. I can see Borg vessels. Full stop. Let's scan the last beacon. Tyrell reports that she has the coordinates for the Borg fleet. Apparently we're very close. They must be located at that structure ahead of us. Shields up, proceed with caution. Signal to the rest of the fleet. Prepare to engage.
The Borg presence is much larger than we anticipated. Nevertheless, our orders are to remove as much of it as possible. Voyager will follow your lead.
We're going in. Red alert, prepare torpedoes.
Is that a Borg Unimatrix? It's enormous!
I admit that it is an impressive structure.
Indeed, but there are some more important things to worry about at the moment. And they've got us in a tractor beam. And they're cutting into us with cutting beams. We've escaped from the tractor beam, however. A few more shots and this cube will be done. However, there's many more to deal with. Alright. Damn it, engineering, I need those damn shields. Oof. Right, there goes another cube. There's a sphere over here. Other ships are engaged with more Borg vessels on the other side of the structure. And they've dealt with them. There's a sphere over there. Fire. You know, we seem to be doing reasonably well against the Borg fleet. Right, that's the sphere down. There's a cube over there. The cube's shield's almost down. They've launched a plasma torpedo. And it's hit us. And we're in another tractor beam. But the Borg vessel's been destroyed. There are more, however. The Stardance has engaged a cube. Fire.
destroy it before we can retreat.
Understood. ARPS, divert emergency power to shields. Flores reports that sensors are detecting Undine fleets converging on this location. We can't fight them and the Borg. Emergency power to forward shields. Fire. God, they're doing heavy damage. But they're nearly destroyed. If we can just go in for another attack run, I think we can destroy them. Auxiliary power to weapons. It's all or nothing now. Fire.
Opening singularity now. I recommend an immediate withdrawal.
Well, we got one last attack run in at the very least. But I agree with Admiral Tuvok. Devral, signal to fleet. Set a course for the singularity. There it is, I see it. Helm, take us in. We're back in space.
We need to report to Starfleet Command immediately. We thought that the Undine were responding to a Borg incursion into their space, but it now appears that the Iconians, or some entity posing as them, has created false Alpha and Beta Quadrant ships and sent them into fluidic space. Clearly, the Undine attacked us because they thought we attacked them first.
Oh, starting with the bad news, I see.
There is some good news. The spread of the Borg nanovirus has halted, and thanks to the Doctor's research, we should be able to prevent future planets from being assimilated in this manner. The Borg will adapt in time, but we have also stopped them from transmitting the technique for Undine assimilation to the collective. It is possible they could learn how to do so again. We will need to remain vigilant.
What about the Borg in fluidic space?
The Borg in fluidic space were forced to retreat, and logic suggests it will be quite some time before they trouble the Undine again. The end of the Borg attacks in their home might stop the Undine advance into our space. But if the Iconians continued to trick Species 8472 with false incursions, they could decide to invade ours in retaliation.
What happens now, Admiral?
Voyager will take Dr. Cooper and the other survivors back to Earth. I suggest that we all confer with our fleet commanders to determine the next course of action. We have not seen the last of the Undine.
Understood. Until next time, Admiral. Helm, depart system. Devral, prepare to report to Starfleet Command. We may not have been able to remove the Borg presence from fluidic space, but it looks like the Undine will. Hopefully, this will end their aggressiveness. However, I find your reports of false flag ships in fluidic space troubling. If the Iconians are trying to trick the Undine into believing that we're invading their space, it could explain everything that happened. Unfortunately, it only means that the Undine may be prompted to an invasion of their own. And if that happens, our entire dimension will be at risk. Indeed, Captain. But that's all for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content and you'd like to see more, please feel free to like and subscribe. And, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!